Hello, Working Title Project. I'm your contributor, but I decided to make a core member video today on a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately, which is on liberation. I don't know why, it's just been on my mind a lot, and I've been kind of questioning what does it mean to be liberated, and are there different types of liberation? Is one person's idea of liberation different from another person's? And I definitely think that liberation takes form in many different ways. Like, there's personal liberation, spiritual liberation, political liberation, social liberation, etc., etc. And so then I start to question, like, where do I see this liberation, and where does it come from? Where does this freedom come from, and what is it for? I think my concept of freedom especially started from art, and how that has given me a lot of freedom. And I think for me, this liberation is freeing myself from my ego and ridding my feelings of attachment, and just kind of learning to detach from materialism. And I think I started to learn that this summer when I started on a really big art project in which I'm drawing a mandala for about a week. I'm only 10 hours in and it's already this big. And I'm going to work on it and grow a really great attachment towards it. And then in the end, I'm going to burn it and destroy it. And to me, that form of sacrifice is going to liberate me and allow me to understand and grow and learn how to detach myself from the things that I create. So to me, that is more of like personal and spiritual liberation. I feel like this complete freedom is achieved when I am able to let go and just be. And it's where I open up to lightness of some divine, such as God. And I see that in my art a lot, where I do it because I want to connect with God and understand myself and my life better. And to me, art is a window that opens me up to freedom, and it allows me to be liberated from myself. So this is also interesting because I feel that another form of liberation can be through sacrifice. That having choices is a different form of liberation, but not all choices are liberating. And how having no choice is not necessarily liberating. So for example, this last year during Lent, I decided to do something a little different. Rather than giving up food, which didn't really do anything for me spiritually, I decided to pray for 40 different people, one a day, for 1 hour. And to me, this was a choice and something I felt deep inside my heart that I needed to do. And I think this choice is a form of sacrifice. And through this sacrifice, I was able to become liberated and gain a much deeper understanding of my spirituality. And during these 40 days, it was really tough because school is so busy, and I knew that I was committed and that I was going to go to the chapel every single day and to pray for these people no matter what. And in the end, it was very, very liberating for me, even if I had to make a lot of sacrifices, especially with my time. I guess overall for me, certain restrictions, like especially during Lent when I did all those prayers for people, my freedom was for me to direct my attention away from my ego. It was a very humbling experience for me to become more selfless through this. So I think liberation is relevant to each individual, and it pertains to each individual very differently. Shame is always in relation to something or someone else, because we never feel shame when we are alone, do we? when we stop thinking in relation to other people, there is no shame, right? So that's the difficult part, moving away from shame to liberation. Sometimes shame and guilt can prevent us from being liberated. For example, I think a lot of people on this channel can relate with their sexuality or gender identity, how we've been suppressing ourselves for so long, and finally coming to terms with everything and being open and honest about it to others and the people that mean a lot to us is very liberating. At least for me it has been. All the people I've told, it just kind of lifts a brick off my shoulder, and it just makes me feel more free. A lot of oppression and self-suppression can be a part of a lack of liberation, because in this self-suppression we have shame, which leads us to fear, causing us to restrict ourselves. So our environment and the places we live in and the people we interact with have a huge impact on what liberation is for us, and if we can be liberated, and how we find liberation. Going back to my art, I really felt that exploring new realms and leaving my comfort zone is a way of freedom and liberation as well. Same thing in my life socially, by like branching out and trying new things, or talking to new people, or joining new clubs and events that I used to be so afraid to do or so unsure, was really freeing for me, and I just love that so much. So yeah, liberation is really interesting, because sometimes we can't be liberated because of our community and the people we interact with, and because of society constantly brainwashing us with different ideas. So yeah, I've just been really thinking about liberation and how it plays a role in my life and religious and spiritual practices, and I guess that's all I wanted to say. This is a really long topic, I apologize. But I am looking forward to what everyone else has to say. I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good day, evening, or morning. Bye. Let's go out back and plant a family tree.